Men, you are all going to take a collective sigh when you see this. Just, I can't even describe it. Just brace yourselves.
No. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it feels to have it.
Notice how she ditched that accent. I'm from España, and they're like, no, you're not. You're from Queens or whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, I am.
Out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Look at him. He's like, I'm gonna go shoot somebody else on another set. Look at this. You know this guy's past. This guy called his daughter a fat little pig at one point. Like, this is not a dude that you shut down. Look at these eyes. These are nuts. These are crazy eyes. You don't talk when I'm talking. Like, what the Funko Pop? Who was it? Was it LBJ's wife, Lady Bird, or whatever? There was a political wife that once said, no matter what happens in public, never do this. Whether you're a husband or a wife, you never shoot down your partner in a public space. Never. Now, the appropriate thing to do from a PR perspective, if I was to give a PR advice, whatever your face is, if you want to go into the back and rip him a new one, that's fine. That's completely fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's better than doing it in public, because you are not winning anybody over by doing this. You actually have people feeling, I will say this again slowly, you have people feeling bad for Alec Baldwin. You have people feeling bad for Alec Baldwin. Do you know how absolutely insane that is? You just don't do it. Now, if you get behind the door and you say, Alec, don't ever cut me off again, at least he'll be like, you know what, hon, I'm sorry, blah, 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 this, that. But you don't smoke your spouse, right? And the guys who've been married, I've been married I'll be married 16 years in July, and no matter what happens, the one thing I could ever, newlywed couples are like, hey, what advice could you give? Never argue in public. Never argue in public, because you are supposed to be a unit. You are supposed to be, LBJ was an awful, awful man, which is why I don't even like quoting him, because if you're from Texas, you know how bad LBJ was. But Lady Bird was kind of a saint for dealing with him, for lack of a better term. But if you are married, you are husband and wife, you are a team, you are a unit, and you are there to lift your spouse up. You are there to help and support your spouse. You are not there to cut them down in front of everybody else. You just can't. You cannot. I mean, look at this. This is the face of a man that is just browbeaten on a daily basis. Like, honey, if I didn't marry you, you'd still be doing yoga classes for like $20 a pop. Who the hell are you? Anyway, we'll watch that again just because it was absolutely terrible. You can see the moment where his soul dies.
It feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
He's not even saying anything bad. It's like, you are doing great. You are awesome. You're my wife. These are things husbands do. You did such a great job. You're not an actor, but you did you're a winner. Did he say like, oh, this is the Alec Baldwin show? He didn't even say anything bad for once. He didn't call her like a stuffed pig or any of these other things that he's called his other women in his life. Nope, not good enough for her.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes,
He's
we'll
like,
have
I
to
hate
just
all of
cut
you.
him out of the show. No, I mean, I think this is a really...
And you know what? I always try to call it straight. You got to give Alec Baldwin credit on that. You have to give him credit on that, because he's just going, all right. And whatever you think about Alec Baldwin, there's media training right there. There's media training like, okay, whatever. That's fine.
Raw.
He does the right thing. Just leave.
It's very real, and we took a lot of chances. And, I think that we'll see where it leads us. We'll see what it feels like to have be out there.
And guess what, honey? Nobody gives a rip what you said after that, because we're all just watching Alec Baldwin being like, I can't believe I feel bad for this man. This is like one of the worst human beings on the planet. He shot a person. And yet we're all like, dude, that's rough. That is bad. That is awful to watch. And so
then we'll see, if people like it. That's enough.
Nobody likes it. Nobody likes you. This doesn't help your show. Maybe it does because now people will tune in to see what a witch she is. But bad look overall, man. You cannot dog your spouse. Husband to wife, wife to husband. You just can't. You just cannot.